Cheers, bro. Those are
Appreciate
sweet.
it.
A little empty on this side of the room.
Carter, it's game week. How you feeling?
Excited, man. Nothing like going out there to crack someone in a different color, man. I'm really excited.
Zen had mentioned last week just how new right tackle is for him. I mean, how have you kind of seen him evolve the last handful of months?
Yeah, he's taken Bostad's coaching really well, and I think he's meshing with the guys well too. So I think wherever he's going to be playing, he's going to be doing pretty well.
Do you feel like there's less uncertainty about the group this year? You know, last year kind of come in, you guys make sweeping changes in the offense in the offensive line. Just what's your how confident are you in the group versus this time last year?
I would say we're about at the same spot. You know, we're getting into a new defense, so obviously some of the things are going to change going up against ours to ODUs. I would say everything's pretty much stayed the same though. We're all in the same mindset. You know, it's our first game. We need to go out there with confidence, know our keys, and get the job done.
Is that because of the experience you brought back, you feel like?
I would say so, and a lot of the experience that some of the other guys from other schools have brought in too, because they know what to do as well.
What are some of the changes and some of the growth you've noticed in the defensive line after going up against them all summer and all fall?
I feel like they get faster every day. Going up against Mikhail, and I went up against Kellen last year when he was at Maryland, but being here, going up against him a lot more, it feels like he has a lot more freedom to do what he wants, and I think that's really unleashed him as a player. And our D-line's physical, man. They like to get off the ball, and they like to crack some heads.
You know, Fernando, I think was sacked like 40 times last year, and quarterbacks can develop bad habits when you kind of feel urgency on every play. Do you feel he's comfortable with you guys now, or does it take real game reps? I mean, he doesn't go live, obviously, all offseason. Like, how do you get your quarterback comfortable with you guys? I mean, can you develop that chemistry in fall camp?
Yeah, definitely you can. You know, while it's a rule, you know, you're never really supposed to hit the quarterback in practice. Like, I feel like we've all been keyed into it enough to be able to protect him in the pocket.
Is it different blocking for different running backs? Is there a different mindset, or is it all really the same?
Not really. To me, it's all kind of the same because, you know, he has his reads. If he wants to bounce the ball out once or twice, it happens. But, you know, we just stick with our coaching points, and as long as we get our job done, then they have the freedom to take the ball wherever it needs to go.
How do you feel yourself and the rest of this team kind of developed and progressed through fall camp leading into, it's game week now?
Yeah. Still a lot of new faces. Like when you're in the spring and in the summer, you don't really get to see a lot of people. Fall camp, you're all in the facility all at once. So it just kind of brings a new bond to the team. You're around everyone a lot more. You get to talk with some people that you never really got to interact with before. So I would say that, spirits are high.
How are some of the new faces adjusting around here, kind of getting, just the mentality of the team?
I think they're meshing really well. And I think that's kind of one of the things that came off of last year too. Like when James Madison came in, they were a team that really won. And then coming to old IU, like we were a team that really wanted to win. And I think that a lot of guys who experienced that at other programs came in here and kind of, meshed well with the culture.
Carter, you've been here when students really didn't care about football at all. Student tickets are sold out for a year. How does that feel?
I'm so happy, man. I've never been more excited about this season. Last year, a lot of high hopes, and we really delivered. I hope we can do the same thing again this year.
How do you guys stay focused amid all the expectations that are on you now as opposed to last year?
A big point for us is just to stay off social media. Everyone likes to talk, whether it's trash talk or they're hyping us up. You just gotta stay away from it. We know what we have to do, and the more you watch your opponent, the more confident that you become because knowing who you're gonna play really helps you when you're out on the field.
Does that mean deleting social media altogether, or just not going on it?
A little bit of both. Maybe I like to keep Instagram Reels around a little bit, but I like to stay off Twitter around this time of year. So it's more of a personal preference depending on what you like to do.
Is that hard at all?
Staying off social media?
Yeah.
Not really.
No.
I mean, it's just willpower. Just steer clear, find something else to do.
Carter, now year 3 with Bob Bostad. Just how has he kind of pushed you over the years, looking back from a few years ago till now?
Yeah, he was pretty much the whole reason I came back. 2023, I was in the portal, and they decided to retain him on staff, and that was really big for me because I knew where he could take me and where he's taken other people in the past. His resume speaks for himself, and I was really excited to have him back, and I'm happy to keep on rolling with him for as long as I can.
Coach McNay mentioned ODU runs a 3-3-5, I guess, a little bit different kind of scheme. What are you seeing from them on film, and what are you kind of anticipating on Saturday?
They have a couple of big guys on the edges. Nothing that I haven't really seen before, but it's always something that It's important to key into. It's just all targets, you know. All of our assignments are pretty much the same, other than one guy being off the line, maybe. So it's just something that we have to prepare for a little bit more in the film room, and then that'll translate onto the field.
When a team has linebackers like they do that get into the backfield, help support the run, and are leading the league and are leading the country in tackles, does that affect you guys at all? Do you guys have to focus on them more, get to the second level more?
We're just doing our job, man. First level first, get there. If they hit our gap, light them up. That's my mentality on it, at least.
On Kellen, what's just kind of impressed you about him? Because again, he's this tall guy, athletic, quick. Just what kind of stands out to you about him?
Yeah, he's really savvy with his hands. He's really good at, you know, when I try to get extension with my punch, he's really good at trying to get it off. And I think that's really helped me to get a little faster with my hands as well. But he's been very productive, and I think Coots' coaching is really translating to him.
2 questions.
You mentioned just how excited you were for this season to start. In terms of excitement levels in the past 3 years, where does this season rank in your eyes?
No different than last season, you know. We got to come out here with confidence, you know, a new team. You know, just come out, smack some heads. That's all I can really say about it.
Last one.
What are some of your rituals for pregame or first game week?
I don't have a lot of rituals. I'll only say that whenever I'm on the walk, every single game that I've done the walk, whether it's away or home, I'm listening to Hell's Bells by AC/DC. That's probably the only thing that I really need.
Great. Thanks, Carter.
Thank you,
Thanks, Carter.
Thanks, guys.
Or